Hey Song, how's it going? Thank you so much for coming on the call. How's life? How's Apex AI going for you?
Thanks for asking. Life at Apex AI has been crazy because we have completed the R&D and now we are working toward clinical validation. So we're still making real progress right now.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, okay, so the first question is, what exactly makes Apex AI special? Let's talk about metrics, right? Apex AI, it detects cancer with AI, right?
hmm
And
hmm
what is the accuracy rate? And maybe compared to like doctors, what would you say?
Oh, regarding accuracy of doctors is around 70%, but our accuracy is like 95% for stomach cancer, 98% for colorectal cancer. Our performance is higher than doctors, human doctors.
Wow, that's amazing. And is that going to be like a co-pilot to the doctors, where they refer to Apex AI while making diagnosis, or is it more so going to just like replace doctors in some way?
We are not trying to replace doctor because doctors are our friend,
Yeah,
and
of
then
course.
the work we are doing is we're trying to help doctor to assist them to detect early cancer because doctor think about that the doctors has been diagnosed cancer and other diseases for many years, but still they have still room to improve. So we
Mhm.
are filling that room with the AI.
Amazing. All right, then what made you start Apex AI? What inspires you to do this?
That's the long story, but I will make it short.
Mhm.
My cousin, he's a well-known GI doctor in South Korea. Probably worldwide, he's a well-known doctor because he's in Marcus Who's Who in the space of GI. So he listed twice worldwide. And one day I spoke with him, and he asked, he talked to me. One day, his patient was diagnosed with stomach cancer, surprisingly, and he looked into old endoscopy image of probably 2 years ago, and he found a very small sign of stomach cancer, but he missed out. His,
Mhm.
so my inspiration is started from his confess.
I see. His confession that if he
Mhm.
did catch on to this early, then the cancer wouldn't have gone to further stages, right?
That's right.
Yeah, that makes sense. And for an AI to
Uh-huh.
really diagnose cancer well and accurately, it needs
Uh-huh.
to really be trained on just vast amount of data, right? And
Right.
Apex AI used over 1 million endoscopic images to do this. Tell me about the story of, how you got all those images or any kind of hardships in doing that and training the data, just anything like that.
Uh-huh. Uh, we've been partnering with top university hospital in South Korea, two or three hospitals in South Korea. That hospital listed the worldwide top 100 hospital worldwide, and we have collected the endoscope image from those hospital with the permission to use the AI medical, and then we work with five GI doctors. So our AI has been trained on over 1 million images, and then five doctor worked on annotation. So
Mhm.
that's our strength. Not just the 1 million images, but with the five very special GI doctors in Korea.
That's really amazing. And you are trying to go to United States with this technology. And when you do that, FDA clearance and all the regulations, it's really a big pain in the ass. How are
Right.
you preparing to really go about that?
Of course, we're trying to expand to U.S. and Japan, And then as for clinical validation and FDA approval, we've been working with a top medical school at US right now. And that's why I'm trying to make funds right now at this stage
Mm-hmm.
because the clinical validation, the FDA clearance, it costs a lot. So that's why we're trying to make fund at this time. And then, of course, the clinical validation is very important in medical space. So we are working with some of the top medical school in the US.
Perfect. And you also won first place at the 2019 NEMIC MedCamp Boot Camp. What was your story behind that? How was it like winning
Okay,
in the boot camp
uh,
and just any feedback
uh,
you received?
that's a funny story because at that boot camp, I think I remember like the 20 startup, medical startup, 20 compete together. And then I didn't put a lot of the time to make a proposal. And then because I noticed there are some very strong competitors already, and
Mhm.
then so I tried to take a look at how they work, and then of course I took a mentorship from good mentors, but
Mhm.
all of a sudden I got like 10 slide, and the other the startups they make it the 30 slide, 20
Oh my
slide,
goodness.
and then
Uh,
we got like 10 minutes, and then I have enough time to explain about the 10 slide, but the startup companies they have the 30 page, and then that's the story. And the at the time I tried to make a real pinpoint at
mm.
a very simple solution. AI detect cancer, early cancer, and other disease. The other stuff is explain about the biology and the cancer, how the cancer works, and then nobody understand. And
Yeah.
then at the end, the moderator called my name. I'm a winner. And then that's the funny story. That's the funny story. But the
Uh,
lesson I got from the mentors at the time is, as you know, the colon cancer is a very top disease in US, and then still worldwide, not even US, still we are rely on human doctor 100%. But as I said before, they are human and they missed out some time. So AI can help them, and then those AI can help doctors and help patient and even help a hospital to make a real,
mm.
uh, make more money. And then, yeah.
Absolutely. No, it's a big testament to how great your product
Uh-huh.
is
Oh,
if you
one
won the
thing.
competition. Oh, go
Yeah,
ahead.
one thing I like to point out is one of the mentor he spoke that his close friend passed away probably about a month ago at the time due to the cancer. So he eagerly asked me how soon our AI could be available in US. That's the key
Mm.
question I got. And then after that, last fall, I went to San Francisco and NYC, and I got feedback from many, like mental thesis. How soon? That's the key. Because many people still suffering from cancer in worldwide. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like what's the number? 40% chance that people are going to suffer through some kind of cancer throughout their lifetime.
Right. That's the report from the Cancer Society,
Hmm.
and considering lifespan of 84, and then 37.6% get cancer, real cancer.
Mm.
That's the situation we need to solve. But key key is detect early, and then the detect early can make doctor intervene soon. That's the key.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Tell me more about
Mhm.
the benefits of detecting cancer early, especially GI cancer, like the cost savings and, everything about
Uh-huh.
that.
Yeah. Once the early cancer is detected, and then the surgery is very simple, and because the cancer is not go deep because it's still only cancer, and then so doctor can uh, do a little surgery to take out the surface of skin, probably
Hmm.
stomach skin, and then that's very simple procedure. And then they are not take out the whole stomach, half of the stomach. That's a very serious surgery. And then so the early cancer detection is very important because it resulted in like a very small operation and then patient can uh, uh, do daily life without any serious symptom.
I see.
But the cancer go differ, and then not only cancer. In case of not only cancer, is the surgeon need to cut out some portion of the stomach and colon, and that's a serious surgery. Uh,
Mm. So the quality of life
Mhm.
definitely is much better if you take away maybe like, I don't know,
Of course.
5%, 10% of your stomach than 60 to 80%.
Yeah, imagine we don't have the stomach and colon. We still every day we still eat the food, right?
Hmm.
And the stomach is not just stomach because the food is stored in the stomach and it goes through like the colon. And think about it, we don't have a stomach. Where the food
Hmm.
is goes, where the food goes and stored and absorbed. That's the real the problem.
I see. So would they have to eat like porridge or really like soft food for the rest of their lives?
Right.
Mm,
That's right.
I see. Yeah, that definitely is unfortunate. And it's amazing that Apex AI is helping to detect these cancers by the accuracies of like 95%, 98%, which
Uh-huh.
is crazy.
Oh, there's one thing I like to point out is the uh, stomach cancer and colorectal cancer happen to over mid-age. Right now, it happened to young people,
Mm,
right? 20, 30. Because we eat many processed meat like the hamburger and something like that, not
yeah,
natural
fast
meat,
food.
and
Uh-huh.
then yeah, and then we have some environmental issues that cause the cancer. So right now, the cancer is that happen to young generation. That's the
Mm,
real big problem. Yeah.
I see, that makes sense. And when
Mhm.
it comes to the grand vision of Apex AI, like you will be going to many hospitals in United States, but what's
Mhm.
ahead of that? What's a big plan for Apex AI?
So our vision is we already connected with over 1,000 hospital, and we like to be a platform player, like a medical AI platform player. But for now, we focus on the GI cancer detection. So once the GI cancer detection is settled down, we'll with our expertise about like AI and the cloud platform. As you know, I was used to be a supercomputer architect, so I know how the
Mm,
stuff works. So I like to help other medical AI startup because it takes a long time, and then
mm,
they are having like many problem to deal with the hospital system integration issue. They're a big issue. So once we solve that problem, we like to be a medical AI cloud computing player. But for now,
mm.
we focus on the GI cancers. Yeah.
I see. And for people who are not necessarily familiar with supercomputing or being a supercomputer architect. Could you tell me more about like what it takes and what exactly it is?
Oh, okay. So supercomputer used to be used for weather forecasting and earthquake detection. That means that they do a lot of the mathematical calculation.
Mm.
AI is the same thing. That's why the the supercomputer has one big gigantic computer or barely 2,000, 5,000 computer work together to calculate the earthquake detection or like weather forecasting. Right now, the GPU
Mhm.
is make a key role in calculation of data, right?
Right.
So that's the to me, that's almost the same thing. So I
Mhm.
have expertise in supercomputer and cloud computing, and as well as the AI, medical AI. So, but other startup, they just a startup founded by doctors and one or two CTO technical guys. But I have expertise from Oracle Sun Microsystem for
Mhm.
over 10 years in those
Wow.
supercomputing area. And I also implemented, I think, top 11 supercomputer worldwide,
Wow.
10 years ago. And
Mhm.
I have expertise because supercomputer is very complicated system, CPU, GPU, and the storage system, and the high bandwidth, low latency network design. And there's all kind of let's say like a F1 car.
Yeah.
And it's top notch. All the high tech that they put together high tech in a automobile industry, right? That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
very good analogy. Yeah.
Mm. I see. That's really complicated stuff. And
hmm
it's
hmm
really nice to have a CEO that's not just
Uh-huh.
about business, but really knows the tech and has
Right.
the experience to do that.
One thing is a supercomputer is a custom design.
Hmm.
Most supercomputer custom, not just the over-the-top product, right? So
Uh-huh.
they built many months, years, and that they built, test out, and then the go on live. That's the
Hmm.
process. Yeah.
I see, I see. And
Mhm.
lastly, do you have like a message to the listeners, something that you want um, them to know more about you or Apex AI or your vision?
Okay. So since we working toward cancer detection, I like to share my thought. And recently, my father-in-law diagnosed with cancer.
Hmm.
And then, that's the sad story. But last week, my co-founder, his daughter got also cancer. She is like a 25 years old, very young
Hmm.
and very pretty, but she got cancer right now. So that's the sad story, but the people, mankind, we need to solve as soon as possible because cancer is not just the 10,000 mile away. It is very
Hmm.
cancer is just around us, right? And even though the human doctor they work hard, but they need to accept technology
Yeah.
because even though they work hard, but they still they're less than 70% accuracy.
Hmm.
How can they go further, right? They spend 30 years or something like that, and then still lower than 70%. Not just us. AI shows the performance is like a 95%, 98%. Why not
Hmm.
use? We are trying to help them, not replace
Hmm.
them. Meaning we need to open to accept the new technology, especially AI space, medical space. And then we need
Absolutely.
to save more people's life and then we need to help our family friend. There are still many people are suffering from cancer, and then the families also they're having hard time to deal with as a husband, wife, and son, daughter, friend. It's a very sad story. So we need to solve that issue. Since my work is making a medical AI, and we can help them little, and then the doctor and then patient and family they can benefit from us.
Absolutely. I mean, it's really important to just cure cancer, right? And
Uh-huh.
it's really great that
Uh-huh.
there are people who are actually working on that. But also
Uh-huh.
in the meantime, I think it's super important to not just cure, but also prevent cancer, also or
Right.
catch it early so it doesn't grow that much. Because
Uh-huh.
stage
Uh-huh.
one, if
Uh-huh.
it's detected, then it's
Uh-huh.
not that hard of a surgery. You're not
Yeah.
gonna die, and
Uh-huh.
your quality of life is not going to deteriorate from that. So I just want to say I really appreciate the
Uh-huh.
work that you're doing. It's very inspiring, and just like the passion that you have for this subject, for really helping so many people. It's absolutely beautiful and inspiring. Well, I
Uh-huh.
want to say I thank you so much again, and I
Uh-huh.
appreciate your time, Zong. And we'll be talking many, many more times in the future.
Okay. Pleasure is mine. Thank you.